All right, good evening, all. This is going to be a storyline stream, and however many episodes it takes to get through the storyline for the Te Awaroa, which I probably horrifically mispronounced, National Park for Hunter Call of the Wild. Thank you, Prime. I'm glad to be back. So I've never been on this map before, so when we do finally load it, it is going to be entirely new to me. Let's see. We'll get this thing fired up. Select reserve. Now, my understanding is this map is supposed to be New Zealand and is mostly mid-sized animals, but we're about to find out. Prime's over here in chat saying red deer are the biggest thing. I mean, I like red deer. I actually really like axis deer, and I think they're on the map too.
Kia ora. No mai haere mai ki Aotearoa.
The hell?
Welcome to New Zealand and to Te Awaroa National Park.
Okay, I was getting a little
This
concerned there about that.
paradise is teeming with creatures big and small, and more adventures than you'll find on any movie screen or storybook. Now I've lived out here in the Wop-Wops all my life, and never wanted for anything else. In fact, it's practically in my blood. This place and my family go way back. Things have been a little tricky lately, though. It's fast becoming somewhere I don't recognize anymore, and I don't like it. That's why I dragged you out here, Hoa. With your help, we're going to wean ourselves off outside money and make Te Awaroa a model for sustainability the entire South Island can get behind.
All right, sustainability. That's code on my end for shooting stuff. Can't seem to move yet. I'm not sure why that is. Oh, pop in.
Right, let's get moving. Glad to see you've arrived in one piece. Josh is my nephew. He just got his license. And I swear that kid spends more time with his hands on the radio dials than on the steering wheel. I hope he didn't talk your ear off. I've had to rely on him a lot lately since my legs started acting up again. I was planning to head out and meet you today, but here I am at home, propped up on 5 kinds of pillows. Doctor's orders. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat from me.
I think it was my Twitch stream announced itself and got the games confused.
On your hunter, mate, and let's get you started.
Do a little quick check on that. Yeah, I would hate for it to be just saying the entirely wrong name.
On your own before I rang you up.
Oh yeah,
your
definitely.
Mate, Alejandra,
wrong game.
You were here on holiday?
Let's just
she
update
had nothing
that real
but
quick.
praise for you, by the way.
Hunter
said you almost single-handedly turned things around for her in Cuatro Bolinas.
There we go.
Well, naturally I have pretty high expectations, but let's take our time getting to know each other first.
Looks like
I'll admit
YouTube
that
and
it
Kick
wasn't
streaming
just
are
her
not having
recounting
the
your
same
heroic
problems.
antics that made me pick up the phone. She said you were, and I quote, stoic, practical, and probably born out in the bush somewhere. Just what I was looking for, in other words.
Alright, so for anyone not familiar with how I stream Call of the Wild, I am running a number of mods. I always feel I want to disclose those. One of them I'm running is an animal spawn tracker. It tracks everything that dies and spawns. I actually still can't move. So the reason you run a spawn tracker is so that you don't waste the stream's time, tracking an animal for 10 minutes that's not going to die. I'm going to try to fast travel, hoping that that'll fix the inability to move. So I'm also modded for a larger than usual render distance. It's going to be rendering up to 750 rather than the usual 300 that the game defaults to. For the loadout today, I've got the handgun, the 454, for some very heavy animals if they get really close. Got a 7mm Magnum again for the heavier animals, covering classes 4 through 9, pretty good range, and a 22-250 covering slightly smaller animals, class 2 to 4, at reasonable ranges. I don't have any class 1 capability right now, but I don't really intend to hunt raccoons, so it should probably be fine. Of course, you never know, whatever the story demands. We might have to change the loadout. Alright, so what's the first quest you gave us? Visit the nearby outpost. And that is 3.6 miles. That is not that nearby. Actually, a lot of this is lit up for a map I'm pretty damn sure I've never been on. But whatever. Where actually is the mission log? Alright, it should be facing right towards her. Ah, there we go. Oh, this will make it faster. Guess it must have been on the map at some point.
And good for the environment doesn't have to mean bad for your back. It's pretty cozy inside. Go on, take a look. Not far now. We built these outposts in the early 90s. They got the works, repurposed materials, solar roofs, rainwater tanks. That was back when people used to just call you a hippie. Now everything's sustainable, clean, green, eco-friendly. Hippies. Ha! Try trailblazers.
That sounds like a lot of cope on her part. I'm going to stick with hippies. Oh.
See, we got company.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Maybe
this is the
Josh
map that
doing
has, like, the
prep.
movie sets on it.
Told
I
him
have
to
definitely
leave
been
things
here.
be, but I guess he couldn't resist.
I want to shoot her.
Anyway, maybe it's just as well you get used to
Give me
it.
that trophy.
I'll fill you in later. Right, mate? See that camera on the table? Strap it to your chest and let me explain what exactly
I do
you're
not
here
see the
for.
camera on the table.
There's a lookout tower not far away, so you can head up there and get a sense of the place while I flap my gums.
Okay. Oh, the little table.
Nice and tight now. Wouldn't want it coming off right when you've got a shot lined up.
All right. Flap your gums, lady. We're going 0.75 miles that way. Yeah, okay. It's actually going to make it a lot more convenient and fast, having got these waypoints already.
So, the plan. I want to turn this place into a year-round retreat for hunters like you and Alejandra. So I don't spend most of the year worrying about whether our native plants are going to get overrun by deer again. There's a lot of filmmaking talent out here, and it hasn't been put to good use lately, if you ask me. So we're going to make a commercial, show the world there's more to New Zealand than haka and halflings. And who better to demonstrate the thrill of the chase than an experienced hunter like yourself? Te Awaroa's prime was back in the 80s. Most of the other hunters out here are equally long of tooth. We need someone young, new, dynamic. You. The camera will do most of the work, so you just have to make sure it's on when you head out to hunt. We have a couple of strategic locations on our list to get through. But let's get you
I'm
that
live
view
streaming
first.
a game, and my guy is live streaming in the game. Gamingception.
There's the lookout tower, just up ahead.
That sounded like freedom. What's that thing doing? Yeah. Definitely not a handgun shot. Should probably just get like the 22-250 ready to go. Pretty sure I wouldn't need anything bigger than that on this whole damn map, except maybe the red deer.
Just take that in.
That and
Spectacular, isn't it? This eastern area is all rolling hills and conifers. There's a line of mountains in the centre of the reserve, and native beech forest, and a lot of rain on the other side. Right, so remember Josh's little prank? This place doesn't receive a lot of government funding, unfortunately, and a couple of years ago we were running out of money for field research, and the outposts were in need of sprucing up. So I guess you could say we made a deal with the devil, the Hollywood devil to be exact. Long story short, they've just wrapped up filming for the final movie they were contracted to do. Some fantasy thing, shiny blade or shimmering dagger or something. Now let me check. Resplendent sword. I'll send you the blurb they gave me. My nephew tells me it's a big deal, but I'd certainly never heard of it before this. But yeah, as nice as it is that Te Awaroa's beauty is up on the silver screen for all to see, it's come with its share of problems, to say the least. The bigwigs left in a hurry, and we got left with a bunch of basically intact movie sets scattered here and there all over the reserve. Well, I'm telling you all of this because Josh just rang me up and said that he spotted another set on his way back, not far from where I wanted you to try filming your first hunt. Can I trouble you to go clear it out? We can't run the risk of any of the props from the film featuring in our footage. Cheers.
Alright, let me read this thing. The legendary blade has awoken once more. An age of strife is upon us. Creatures of darkness, trademark! From a world beyond our own, roam the land, doing bidding of their evil master, Nami. Wasn't that the girl from One Piece? The greatest anime show ever? When her peaceful when her peaceful forest is sacked, a young woman named Areola, there we go, is taken prisoner and brought into the mountains of the north. There, she awakens to the power of the legendary resplendent sword and becomes a bearer, assembling a ragtag group of allies from all races to help her fight against the forces of darkness. I see that slanty eyes in the chat right there. Yes, One Piece, great show. Actually, excellent live action, great casting. All right. Anyway, back to this. How far is she willing to go to preserve the world she loves? Will she be able to defeat Nami, or will she succumb to the power of the sword she is destined to wield? From the renowned director of gripping period drama R. Daily Gruel and the blockbuster hit Retaliators, trademark, endless strife comes to this edition of I've Lost Interest in Reading This. Blah, 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 Creatures of Darkness. I hope Areola wins. Alright, so where's she want me to actually go? She wants me to go to the middle of nowhere. Got it. I think I'll walk there from the place to the south. Hit the wrong button. There we go. $500. Even though we're doing a storyline playthrough, I am going to be walking most of the locations just to give a little bit of the hunting in the hunting game. A little bit of anti-scent spray to get my stink off the thing.
Tricky little fella, eh? If at first you don't succeed and all that, you'll get the next one.
Those fallow deer do have nice looking horns. You get to live today, because I don't want to run down and grab your body. Alright, so back to mods. I do highly suggest that people actually mod this game. I mean, it's an older game. Like, I've got the field of view on the weapon actually modified just a little bit, which gives you some more space. Oh, okay. I think I'm actually going to grab that guy. Not the best shot, but it should have gotten at least one lung. So yeah, like the field of view affects the size of the weapon, which is how much of your screen the weapon takes up. And then render range is just awesome because it gets around some of the limitations that they thought the engine was going to have. And I mean, modern computers can do a whole lot more than the computers that were running around when this came out. And here we have our fallow deer. And I did not get a particularly good shot, but it was enough to kill the damn thing. No vital organ hit. Do like them, though. Money's money. I think the 7mm rifle is probably fine for the whole map. We'll see if there's any level 3 things or not. Or class 3. New Zealand is pretty high on my real life list of places to go. Like, absolutely beautiful scenery. But it's just so freaking far away. So it's like if you're gonna go to New Zealand,
What a mess.
you might as well also plan an Australian
vacation. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I never would have agreed to it. This isn't even the worst of it. Right, let's take it one by one. Just bundle them into crates and I'll get someone to swing by later and transport them out of the reserve. The medieval fair. Looks more than a bit incongruous out here if you ask me.
Oh man, I want to go to a medieval fair. Alright, the Summer Renaissance Festival.
Have an actual fire in that thing. Imagine if some silly townie kid had wandered over here and decided it would be a good idea. Are those real oranges? Good enough to eat, eh? That's the last of them. What's that note? Props list. Foam statue of haughty elf standing prow, 9 foam warriors, 8 golden goblets, 3 green screens.
Yeah,
this
partridge
reads
in
like
a pear tree.
Carol. See any of those? Bit dodgy. Townies must have been up here. Well, even though this isn't our mess to clean up, I should probably ask around and see if anyone knows what's happened to the missing props. The last thing we need is to get blamed for this. Maybe they did a very selective sweep. I'll see if anyone has a bigwig's numbers.
Go grab this point of
Thanks
interest
for your
up here.
help, Iho. Let's move on.
What's a Ihoa?
Before you head off and film your hunts, first we've got to set the scene, so to speak. The marketing team's looking for some photos for the reserve website, something to give people a taste of what this place has to offer. We got a little overly reliant on these tentpole releases. Well, I say more tents and fewer releases. Does that work? Nah, you're right. Now that we've dealt with that bloody mess, you think you could head over to Lake Wakaiti and snap a few shots for us? There's a willow tree there growing right out of the water that all the influencers or whatever they call themselves go bonkers for. It does make for a good photo op, I'll give it that.
You're going to come into view again. Go ahead, cross the field, cross the field. I'm not sure that second shot hit, so hopefully that wasn't one too many shots. That was the 22-250 though, so not as powerful as the 7mm. Hopefully he actually goes down.
This is one of the hunting spots my mentor used to take me out to. Bound to be something worth stalking in the area.
Alright, looks like he did go down. That's the advantage of running that spawn scanner, is that I won't waste your time running after an animal unless I know it went down. Although I was, to be fair, going this way anyway because of that. Wait a minute, where'd the track go? Okay. A little bit of a gap between the tracks. There we go. but he ran over and died at my next objective. And he made it all the way to the lake. Ooh, I like the color. He's got that dark with the spots. Oh, yeah. Again, terrible shot on my part. Just hit him right in the spine, and then from this angle, it actually looks kind of bad. But no, I hit him in the leg. Yeah, leg. All right, let's do a little look around the lake here, see if anything else is going on before we head for the objective. I didn't see anything going on. Looks like there's also something to grab just past the objective. Dog, stay out of the water. Last time he went in the water. So, for anyone who didn't happen to see the clip, I had the dog out the other day on the Mississippi map, and he just decided he was entirely done with my bullshit. And he jumped in the water and just swam away. Like, all the freak away, and did not come back. Thankfully, he has returned. But he is not to be trusted.
If you're wondering why there's no one around, it's because the reserve is officially closed to visitors for the foreseeable future.
Ooh.
Indefinitely conducting
Man,
emergency
even a level
field
7
research,
red deer
we
looks
said.
just awesome.
If that's what it takes to get the day trippers to clear out for a hot minute, so be it. I swear I haven't seen this place
There's
so
some good
deserted
red
in
deer
about
over
10
there.
years. Ah, it's lovely, actually.
This is an example of why we run
Even
the
if I
mod
can only
to push the
experience it
spawn
through
range
you.
out to 750, because
We
these
used to
deer
camp out
would
here when
not
I
be
was little.
visible on the vanilla.
Tramp over from the other side. Me and a gaggle of other kids carrying backpacks bigger than our whole bodies. Not much of that lifestyle left these days. I miss it sometimes.
I'm going to sneak up and get one of these deer, almost certainly. So this map can spawn the great one for red deer, at least. I'm not sure about any others. I feel like I remember reading it can spawn 2 different great ones. But no, we're probably not going to see one. It's optimistic of you, though.
Don't fall in now. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened here.
I think my odds, honestly, of ever seeing a great one are pretty low. Alright, I've made it. Where are we going now?
Running low. The outposts have ammo
Photograph.
of all kinds and more besides.
Something you don't use much. Photo mode. Alright, I did it. I think I did it. Maybe there's more info in the mission log. Photograph the willow tree. I mean, number one, that doesn't even look like a willow tree. Am I in the right spot? Okay, yes I am. Okay, let's see here.
That'll do.
Yep, there
It's
we go.
looking well. We had some hoon try to saw off one of the branches a few weeks ago. Can you believe?
You know, every time I hear like
Luckily,
Australian and
someone
New
managed to
Zealanders
talk 'em
talk,
out
they
of it.
use these words like hoon
Sometimes wedding
and things like
parties will
that. They
have
just
the
sound like
bride come
racial
up and
slurs.
sit on it, wade right into the water and soak those deer dresses. That tree is 80 years old. Started off as a stray branch nailed to a fence. It's a tribute to tenacity, if you ask me.
I don't believe her story. There's no way anyone had a fence running in the middle of a lake.
Right. Now for our next destination. Head down to the shoreline. There's a set of huge boulders there that have to be seen to be believed.
It's a set of huge racks
I
that
know
have
what
to be
you're
seen to
thinking.
be believed.
She's showing me some rocks. But trust me on this one.
Really don't want to walk around the entire other side to grab one of these deer, though. They
Our
might
beaches
just,
are buzzing
they
with
might
natural
survive just
activity.
because of
At
laziness.
least they used to be. You get more and more rubbish washed up all over the place lately. You know, bits of plastic pallets, runoff from factories further north. I swear I've seen tin cans with Australian brand names. We do our best, but we can't always prevent the poor critters ending up with junk in their bellies. I don't really get why people fall over themselves trying to get slightly different variations of the same photo. Why can't they just stand back and enjoy it?
I'm going to go
Anyway,
grab this
that's the
other point while I'm
situation.
here.
I'll get back to you when you arrive. Just gonna head off for a minute and make some tea.
It's very hard to not want to just nail one of these deer, though. I think I'm going to nail this big 7 right here. Line her up. Alright. So I figure if I'm going to get the point anyway, then I can logically walk around about as far. Alright, one of the 7s went down. I did shoot at both of them. I'm not 100% on that second one. But I think I did get the dark one. Oh, that guy hasn't noticed anything. Whoa, 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 what is that? What is that? Oh, it's just a 7. I was getting excited there for a minute. I'm going to take him out too, though. Oh, he just bang flopped. One and done. All right. Looks like that 7 I just hit went down. As well as Mr. Bang Flop, so that's like 3 deer I gotta go pick up. I love the 7mm bolt action. That DLC was worth every penny. Quack. I think the lighter color red deer that I shot after the first dark colored one is not likely to be recovered. This is actually pretty obviously a very good hidey hole. I'm gonna have to turn the dog loose on this one. I can just feel it. Hopefully when I turn him loose he doesn't go off into the river. Alright, so this... Oh no, he didn't get very far at all. This should be the 7. Oh, look at that rack. That fucking rack. I hope one day to see something like this in real life. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice gold. We got some leg muscle, some leg bone, and then we got a lung. One shot, one kill. All right, the bang flop on the 6 is not going to be nearly as impressive a rack, but for anyone not familiar with hunting, bang flop just it's pretty self-explanatory. You shoot and it dies. This is actually a classic shot. Like if you're doing whitetail hunting in America, if you hit both of the shoulder blades and you have the penetration to do it, there's a whole bunch of nerves that connect to the spine right in that area, and that kind of a shot is just death to the animal. Now, mind you, you do have 2 big chunks of meat in the shoulder that would probably get ruined with a shot like this, which is why they tell you to shoot the double lung instead. But that's probably more than anyone actually wanted to know. Alright, we got one more 7 to pick up. Hopefully he didn't go far. See if the dog can pick him up yet. Nah, the dog can't find him yet. Oh, the dog couldn't find him. I found him. Good job, dog. This might be an even better one. Another gold, that's for sure. Both lungs. This is what you actually want to do when you're hunting, because this does not destroy nearly as much meat. Like your meat's in your legs, your shoulders. It is not right there along the ribs as much. This is a good looking one. It's got that little dark light thing going on. Alright, so we got 1.45 miles to the actual goal. I think we're going to jump over here. And we're going to hit this waypoint on the way. The other deer, the second one I shot after the dark colored level 7, has not yet gone down according to the scanner. So he's probably survived that shot. With this game, one thing I do wish they would fix is I wish you could run storyline mode with multiplayer. Because I prefer playing games with friends, and I also kind of want to do the storylines, but those just don't overlap, unfortunately, with this game. But developers, if you ever happen to check out this stream, which you do, I'm sure never will, please let me just play storyline mode with friends. Like, I mean, we can get the quests and just ignore them if we don't want to. It's not that big a deal. Also, please let me shoot giraffes. Long-legged bastards. Now, I mean, yes, giraffes are cute, but that doesn't mean we can't hunt them. This is not real life. Although I'm pretty sure you can hunt them in real life, too, in some countries. Wait, that's something. Oh, I want to shoot him. He's about to run, though. Ah, you bastard. You ran too fast. Come on, give me a shot. Give me a shot. Do it. I dare you. Now you're meat. Nice little fallow buck.
That's better. Nothing like a good old Kiwi herbal blend to sort the head out.
You know, you make an interesting point, though. Like, if I was in real life going to go hunting at a game preserve, like an African game preserve, I would never hunt the giraffe. Because, like, what am I going to do? Am I really going to, like, eat it? Or am I just going to feel like an ass because I shot a giraffe? Ooh, spotty. This one's got some thick body. Thickest Maximus. And he's only a silver. He's just a fat son of a bitch. Ouch. I like my second shot a lot better. The game did too. It gave it 84% of the damage. Alright, grab this waypoint and then get on to the quest. Yeah, they do generally do that. And from what I understand, oftentimes most of the money goes to a local tribe too. So it's like if you pay $20,000 to hunt an African large game animal, you've actually probably provided years of income for a local tribe, let alone just the meal. But I think my wife would leave me if I shot a giraffe.
wonder if these are the most studied rocks in the whole world. Gotta be up there with Uluru and Balanced Rock.
Okay. Hey, someone's got a tent down here. This reminds me of camping. It's happening this summer. Gonna set up a camping trip. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, well, look at this. Couldn't help themselves, could they? One last hurrah before we shut the place down. This really can't wait, mate. There's a little blue penguin population nesting not far from here, and they'll gladly take this for food.
Gotta grab her. I want to grab her. Oh shit, I shot it. And spooked the duck.
Okay, that looks manageable. Let's clean this up and take the photo. Then we can talk hunting again.
Alright, how do I clean it up?
Well, as you can imagine, being featured in a host of box office hits has done wonders for our profile with tourists. Problem is, a lot of the people who come are just here to take a few photos,
looks pretty good
dump a
for
heap of
hunting,
rubbish, and then
birds,
leave
doesn't it, huh?
unceremoniously.
Actually,
so
you know what? I think
with
one of those
like this one.
One of those
I'd
might
like
have been
to
a
say that we've
diamond.
become the
Did I see a
victim of
level
our own
3 duck?
success, but that's letting me off the hook.
I'll come back later.
Right. There should be a stand over on the other end of the beach with rubbish bags and a picker.
Yes, give me the rubbish bags and a picker.
We went to all the trouble of installing these, and they still couldn't be bothered.
No point in being judgy, just pick up the trash.
Looks like they had quite the little feast. These kids would have nightmares if you showed them some of what I've seen out here. Birds with stomachs so full of plastic they can't eat. South Island University. I knew it. Way too many people around here who have never respected this place. You can leave them over by the stand. There, spick and span. You made quick work of it. That's a perfectly usable tent. No sense wasting it. Anyway, I've had enough of this. And we need to ensure that we're attracting the right kinds of tourists, not just day trippers from Christchurch out on their school holidays.
This lady's very
judgy. People to come here and leave no trace, but it'd be better if we could rely on them to help us with our conservation goals. So hunters seem like the natural target audience. Our deer and goat populations need constant culling. And you better believe I've more faith in people who love the wilderness to respect the place than kids up to no good. At the risk of sounding like an old fusspot.
Those darn kids.
Speaking of, let's do what we came to do and grab that photo.
Alright, I'm taking a photo. Got it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lovely use of lighting. I may have to hire you to help out on my next book project, if I ever finish the current one. There's a lot of theories about where these boulders came from. Volcanic activity, lightning, even aliens. I've heard them all over the years. The boffins will tell you they were formed over 60 million years ago on the sea floor, like pearls. But that's not the whole story. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they took their staple crop with them, kumara, otherwise known as sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Unfortunately for them, the weather in this part of the country isn't exactly conducive to growing much, and the tubers withered and died. So they sent word to the Polynesian homeland, and a canoe set sail with a hardier crop. But it was caught in an intense storm just off the east coast. Each wave that struck it was so large that it made a new hill. Those are the ones you'll see further inland, and all of the cargo went overboard. And that's what these boulders are. Petrified kumara, eel baskets, calabashes. The canoe itself formed the reef further up. Moral of the story? Things have long shelf lives. A lesson I wish someone had taught those kids. Right, feeling warmed up? Good. It's time for you to show me what you can do. Camera on? then you should have everything you need. I got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server.
How out of
I'm not
touch is
entirely
this
sure
lady
what
that she doesn't know
means,
what the
but
fuck
I guess I'll
Wi-Fi
be able to see it
is?
on here? No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. Take your pick. But just one thing, we want it to show up nice on camera, so no minnows.
She's been like in the
Try
outback for a little while, I guess.
30 kg. The larger the better. Should be no problem for a hotshot like you. No word back from our friends in Hollywood regarding the props, by the way. My guess is that some townie thought
She apparently
it'd be a
knows
hoot to
about
grab them for their
email, because she's
but I'm
emailing
not
the
keen
Hollywood
on the
people, but she
idea
doesn't
of
know about
someone wandering around
Wi-Fi.
when we're supposed to be closed to visitors. Anyway, nothing you need to worry about right now. Just focus on those killer shots.
I'll put my Michael Jordans on so I can make my killer shots. Alright, do I actually have a quest right now? Harvest an animal over 30 kg. Okay, I'm gonna kind of head wander towards this point of interest. Figure if I'm going anywhere, I might as well at least maybe find something at the end of it. 30 kg is not exactly big. I think everything I killed on the map is more than 30 kg. So find something that isn't a raccoon. Let's see, we got like a ridge line. Looks pretty steep next to the water. But I'm gonna fast travel, take some of the running off. That is a picturesque dog. So yeah, Prime, my goal is with this series is I'm gonna try to do each of the maps. Because I mean they put all these like voice dialogue lines in, they put all these quest lines in, and then I don't play them because they don't work with multiplayer. So I'm gonna make it happen. Ooh, I think I saw something. Nope, I'm blind. Okay, we got a piggy. He's pretty. I'm gonna try to. You know what? I'm not gonna sneak up. I'm gonna run. No balls, no glory. Gonna nail this pig. Nail this pig. Kermit be saying. Oh, ran out of bullets. I got two of the pigs. They're both gonna be plenty big enough for the quest. I guess the rest of these pigs can go live their lives. You know, order of release does sound good, but I don't know order of release. I guess I could look it up. That way, presumably, the plot lines would get like better and better as the dev team gets better experience at writing. All right, this is, I think, the smaller of the two. I mean, that's a mean-looking pig, man. I mean, you're earning your bacon, that's for sure. Double-lunged and liver. One and done.
What a beaut.
What
And that chase. Gonna make for some great footage.
What chase?
You're living up to your reputation,
Oh, yeah,
I'll
it's
give
an
you
action
that.
shot.
A lot of people around here think that hunting's heyday peaked
Shot
in
him
the
in the
70s
butt.
and 80s. Back when you'd get scores of daredevils out in helicopters gunning down deer 3 at a time. That's not the done thing anymore, for a whole host of reasons. But these days we need hunters more than ever. And I'm glad I have you on board to help us show the world that.
That is a very good idea about doing these in chronological order. After I finish this one, I am definitely going to jump to chronological.
Josh gave me a hand posting some footage from your hunt to the reserve chat group. and it caught the eye of our resident sharpshooter, Melanie Murphy.
Melanie Murphy.
Melanie's the one who taught me to hunt.
That's a good name.
She's
I like
retired
Melanie.
now, but back in the day she worked out on those helicopters with the best, or worst of them. Tough as nails and with a sharp tongue to boot.
Oh, okay.
We,
he's just a
We
regular.
had a bit of a falling out 25 years ago. One of the choppers came down with us in it. That's how I injured my leg. I won't go into it, but we should never have taken off that day, and Melanie knew it. Well, these days we're cordial to each other, but not much else.
I had to take the turkey, guys.
Anyway, my mum always told me to let bygones be bygones and all that. Melanie's a better hunter than I'll ever be, advanced age notwithstanding.
There's a decent chance this
So I'll do
year
my
in real
best to
life
pass on
will be the
whatever I've
first year I
learned from
actually
her
do
grums.
turkey hunting. Since I
You're
was a
welcome.
teenager, anyway.
Right, back on track. Sorry to ask again, but I need you to do me a favour. No, it's not more cleaning up, don't worry. Head to the outpost I've marked on your hunter mate and I'll explain on the way.
That's a good bird. 19-pound bird. That's a lot of turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Graduations, weddings, funerals, and everything in between. Marae are the heart of the community here.
Alright, jump back on track for the quest.
I grew up here, just west of the mountain range. We were a small community of outsiders living in sync with nature.
Yo, she really
No
was
running
like some
water,
weird-ass
only
cult-ass
whatever
hippie.
electricity our generator could provide. Heading to the outpost. There should be a battery pack on the table. People from down in the local town used to call it a hippie commune, but I've never liked the term. It was about sustainable living first and foremost. We weren't just there to not shower and sing Kumbaya all day. I'd been meaning to get out there for ages, but then my legs started acting up again. Nice to have the help.
She used to be a hunter like me until she
When I
got
say
shot in
place
the
is
leg.
part of me, I mean it. Mum's family can trace their
Oh, this spot's in the
lineage
middle
here
of
to the
nowhere.
14th
I'm
century,
taking the
and we've
ATV.
accumulated a lot of stories over the years. Some of those are about an animal that holds a special place in my heart. Pākehā, I mean European settlers, released moose here about 100 years ago, and there haven't been any confirmed sightings since the 1950s.
Exactly,
And I
she
swear
took a
to you,
bullet to the
I
knee.
saw one when I was little, staring straight at me out of a hazy morning mist. Ever since then, I've been determined to prove that they're still here. Even written a book about it. Or am writing a book about it, I should say. I can't give it the conclusion it deserves yet. I don't hold out much hope anymore. But I've got a few trail cameras scattered here and there. Usually just throw up deer herds and the occasional teenager behaving badly. But they're pretty low maintenance. One of them got knocked over and the battery's completely munted. So I'd like you to switch it out if that's not too much trouble. It's on the way to our next filming
Munted.
destination.
Again, she's just dropping things that sound like racial slurs. Those effing munts. Alright, chat, you'll appreciate me being on the ATV, because they're loud, and you won't be able to hear me as well. Reminder though, my ATV is modded, so don't throw it in chat and be like, oh, the guy's ATV's modded. Yeah, it's modded. Gonna stop off and grab this point here real quick though. That's a nice little place. Man, I wish I owned a property so I could put up like some really nice hunting quads. I think this lady wasn't just a hippie. I think she was in a cult. I guess it starts sounding like cults at a certain point. So IRL, my cat is now attacking my leg. She doesn't seem like she's very serious about it, but you know. I need to get a cat cam. Put a comment in the chat if you want a cat cam. I'll make it happen. Oh, I was gonna ride that out of. Oh, did it stop? Oh, okay, it actually did stop. Okay, so we still have the ATV if we need it. All right, she wants me to replace the dead battery. How is that even upright?
Cheers. That should keep it going for another few years. Can you check the other cameras while you're here? Might give you some stalking suggestions, if nothing else.
Yes, lady, I can check your other cameras. Oh my god, why are there so many cameras?
Now when something shows up on these, 9 times out of 10 it's a stray deer.
It's a really good overlook from here. Let me see if there's anything to be shot. Nope, no luck. Yeah, you always have to hope that you're just gonna like stumble into a nice diamond or something. It's like you watch as you check every single duck. Although, you know what? I'm not gonna check every single duck. I don't even have a gun that can properly harvest a duck.
Between these little fellas and that props list, Christmas has come early this year.
Yeah, that is an option. I did have the 22-250 modded for a while to include Class 1, but I after looking at the real life round of the 22-250 versus like the 22 rimfire, I had no idea just how much more of a bullet the 22-250 was. So I took that off and I was like, okay, that's not actually realistic to mod that. Yeah, I don't mind any kind of mod on my game as long as it makes it more realistic. What's a Virant? Oh wait, the Virant is the Varmiter, the 22 long rimfire, right? I'm thinking for the 22, I might want to like get a handgun for it.
I don't honestly mind someone getting some use out of them as long as we're not deemed responsible, but that's a big bloody truck. There's no driving of anything larger than an ATV permitted in the reserve.
Okay, Karen.
Don't see any tracks, do you? Must have been a few days ago at the earliest. License plate's pretty clear at least. I'll do some detective work and let you know. I don't suppose you packed any swing togs, eh? Well, not to worry. Getting to our next destination involves a bit of spelunking, but a flashlight and some waterproof boots should be all you need. Head to the cave I've marked on your hunter mate. Unless you'd rather climb over those mountains. No? Didn't think so.
Alright, had to deal with the cat. Cat's IRL, man, I tell you. Okay, next spot we're going to Riverside. Not super near any I'm going to fast travel to this one, and then we're going to ATV down the hill. ATVing down the hill is always fun. Totally don't run into trees. Totally don't fall off cliffs. Oh, that's a pretty good grunt. What you got? What's grunting? That was a red deer. I like red deer. But we're on a mission. A mission to drive recklessly and end up paralyzed. It's actually going remarkably well. Ah! And then immediately ejected. No, come back. Come back, ATV. It's still good. It's still good. I'm still sideways. Oh, no. No, no. Oh, whoa. We actually recovered that one. Holy crap. It was just like, do a barrel roll, Fox. In real life, these ATVs are so damn expensive. Oh my god. Ow. That did the most damage out of everything we did so far. Just running into that sapling full force head on. Ow. Ow. What animal lives here? Feral goats. Oh, I'm in goat territory now. Alright, let's walk the rest of the way anyway. Maybe we'll get into a goat. The ATV does scare things pretty far away, but you never know. No, I did not just giggle because I said get into a goat. Get your head out of the gutter. Wait, do I have to be down there? I think I have to figure out how to get down. All right, this looks as legit as anything else does. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. I believe it. Oh,
Follow the river
no!
west and you'll eventually wind up at the cave mouth.
Holy shit, I lived. Wow, look at that health bar, lower right hand corner. The green is just barely there. All right. I can treat these wounds myself with some band-aids and shit. My compound fractures are fine.
The water's low right now, but it can still catch you by surprise. Stick to the walls and get that flashlight on. Easy does it. What am I hunting? Batman? Oh man, I gotta go like all the way across here. I should have brought the ATV down. Oh well, live and learn. See, this is why I don't use the flashlight. So this is flashlight on, flashlight off. Like, this game doesn't have enough real darkness that it'll ever matter. Most games don't have real darkness. I think the only game I have ever played that has, like, a real darkness system is Rust, which is just a phenomenal game. Go play Rust, everybody. Don't play this.
No, I kid. Rust is very toxic. It's like, if you ever want to be called a racial slur by an 8-year-old over the microphone, go play Rust. I can hear feral goats 80 yards above me through solid stone. I think my guy might be Batman. Or Man-Bat. What we got? We got like got Tom Sawyer's Raft here. Rum Runners.
Is that what I think it is? Not sure if I should be horrified or impressed.
Oh, I found Excalibur.
Don't bother picking it up. I'll
No.
send someone with the proper equipment over later on.
I would hunt with this. It would be a whole stream series. Me and the Excalibur. So you got to kind of wonder why they dragged it all the way out of the prop areas and like into the caves. Wait, why do you hate me? I mean, among all the reasons you could hate me. Baka! Yeah, I figured it out. Right after you said it, I was like, oh, this has got to be a Soul Eater reference. Which, by the way, at some point, I need to figure out how to get my Twitch chat to, like, integrate back into the recording so that that can make any measure of sense later. Hey, Ox was an awesome character. He could handle Excalibur. Actually, Soul Eater, for your anime fans,
Wait,
Soul Eater was just such a good show at the beginning, and then it just fell the hell off when it got to its end.
Further ahead.
This looks like a fake wall. Like I can break this down or something. All right, I'm gonna call it right now. Eventually, this is gonna be gone because it just clearly connects. It's like a guy in a boat and another guy pushing the boat.
This is why I live here. Go ahead. Get as close as you want. Just don't touch it.
Okay, I won't touch it. I promise.
See the cracks in the surface?
I promise not to.
It's limestone.
Just destroying. I just destroyed cultural heritage.
These aren't going to be here forever. But I've made it my mission to ensure that we do everything we can to keep them around for as long as possible. Kids like Josh need to learn their history, right? It's part of what it means to be human. Knowing you come from something else. Someone else. We call it whakapapa.
Yeah, we call it whakapapa.
But also
wait a minute. Whakapapa?
And those layers link us all. Everything ends up in the ground. Bird,
okay.
or human, or rock, or deer. Anyway, that's enough philosophizing from me. Let's get you out of here.
I think I might need to embrace this whakapapa. It's good philosophy. Running through Caves gameplay, episode 7. Actually seems like it's kind of narrowing down here. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And a feral goat. who's running away because somehow he could tell
I'm
I
sure
was about to
you've
come
never
out of
been
the
so
cave.
happy to lay your eyes on the wonderful Kiwi weather. Stretch those legs. Nothing like wandering through a damp, cramped cave to give you a new lust for life.
All right, how do we get up the hill?
Right. I hope you're not too worn out now. More filming's on the table, but first, can I trouble you to take a little detour?
Yes, I can take a little detour.
Let me explain. The beech trees here form one of the finest examples of native forest in all of New Zealand. In no small part due to the efforts of our resident conservationist marama. We just had a mast year when they seed like crazy. And this means plenty of food for mice and rats, which in turn means plenty of food for other small pests. Beginning to see the problem? When the rats run out, those small mammals prey on native bird species. Pesky critters. We've used aerial 1080 poisoning to stave off the worst of them. But to slow their reintroduction, we need to get our hands dirty and lay down a few traps ourselves.
Maybe we should just stop interfering.
It's time-sensitive work, and unfortunately, Marama's feeling a bit crook and had to stay home today. Can you take over for her? She's left them in a box near the target site. Conservation here is a constant tit for tat against these invasive mammal species.
Man, they just always look so damn good. I'm taking the shot.
Only indigenous mammals are 3 types of bats and some marine species. Everything else is a pest to a lesser or greater extent. Sometimes our methods can seem extreme. 1080 poisoning isn't without its naysayers, but it's one of the only tools we have to help protect the uniqueness of this place. Now, hunting helps too. I don't want to go back to the days of the helicopter wars, but having recreational hunters here year-round would go a very long way.
This is actually a pretty good red deer. I can see him. He's down right ahead of us. Right there. There he is. He's got like a broken horn on the side. That's actually kind of interesting. Or maybe it's... Oh, no. It's just it curves at a weird angle. So this game has like a true antlers feature where it like it randomizes the antlers and stuff like that a little bit. But I have yet to see like a broken antler. What is this pose? What? I guess when you're dead, it doesn't really matter. That's a good looking deer. I can't believe I got both lungs by like an inch. That just barely nicked that left lung. Whatever. I'll take it. All right, now I gotta go half a mile. And I gotta go half a mile because why? Oh yeah, we're collecting some traps. But while I'm here, I should probably just tag this this point 260 yards away. Yeah, you're right. That is technically, yeah, that is the second biggest deer. Looking at the spawn tracker, you are correct. Alright, oh man, I was hoping it would be something more useful. Alright, point of interest, what do we got?
What do you think was running through the head of the person who made this? A memory? A feeling she wanted to capture?
Alright, what do I think was running through the head of the person who made this? Alright, on the upper left I have something that looked like it might be a frog holding a doobie. And then in the middle, it looks like a below shot of a person on a surfboard who's paddling. And then on the right, I'm gonna say another frog. I don't really fucking know. So it might be like frog doobie gonna get high and go surfing. But I am no artist. They're arguing that this is a canoe and a water spirit. I mean, that's as stupid as mine. So whatever. They can do their thing. It's their culture. All right, how do I get to this next point? All right, I think I want to jump to this waypoint, and then I'm going to head for the thing I haven't grabbed yet, and then after that, head south-southwest. I kind of wish this bolt action held more. I mean, it holds 3. I just wish it held 4. And in case you're wondering why does he want it 4, it's because like if you take 2 shots at an animal, like one to hit that's like really well aimed, and then like 1 to kind of tack on damage. For full points you don't want to take more than 2. But if you only have 3 bullets, then you can't really take 2 shots at 2 animals. So that's why I want 4. Which, yes, yeah, it's moddable, but, I'm trying to keep it somewhat close to vanilla. Ooh, Sika deer. I see 3 females, so I don't see any males. They might still get shot, though. I mean, I'm going that way anyway. Alright, let's see how many we can do. 1.
What kind of tricks have you used to lure in that many Sika deer?
3.
I might have to hire you to give tourists lessons.
I think I got 1. I started being like 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure I just got 1. Let's see what else is around. Before I ruin the lake by making a bunch of noise. As if I didn't already. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got 1 down deer and that's it. Yeah, there she is. There were no males in that pack. It was kind of a crappy deal anyway. Decent shot, though. Just ignore the other, like, 7 shots I shot, and that sounds like I have any skill. Alright, now we're going to head south and pick up the plot line. No, I aim. Shut up. It was like a sign. What would you put on a sign in the middle of the woods other than no trespassing? That's like the real life version of this game. But she was just talking about this. Deadly to dogs. Well, thank God my dog is nowhere the fuck near me, as usual. He might be in danger in another 20 minutes when he gets over here. Do not eat what? Oh, that's no fun. Hey, dog, come over here and just start licking random stuff.
There's the box. 4 should do as long as you cover enough ground. Cutting-edge Kiwi technology, these. Self-resetting and all.
I feel like using the revolver for pigs is peak. This is what peak performance looks like. So I got a buddy who actually went out deer hunting earlier this year with me, and I was like, "Oh, what kind of weapon did you bring today?" And he actually pulled out a 460 Casull. It's like, what? Okay. I'm not gonna tell you what you're doing is wrong. Just that it's awesome. Yeah, whitetail. Whitetail. Why can I not interact with these? Lay the traps. Did it put it in my inventory? Is this a thing? Okay, I don't have anything that's different. All right, how do I lay the traps, though? There's probably something I have to interact with. Okay. Oh, it's like just a very
That looks like as good a spot as any.
very exacting
Should
spot.
be simple to set up. Just install the mount and clip the trap body into place.
I think the dog is interfering. Dog, come here. Oh, they really should have made this. Should not have passed QC because I am clicking like a mofo. And seriously, this is just a lack of quality testing. Come on, game. All right, we'll come back to that one. Maybe if we walk away, it'll spawn better.
2 down, 2 to go.
Yeah, I know. I got no business. I haven't made any games.
The birds will thank you for this.
I just tried spamming the button as I came in. Now we'll try precision. Oh, this is not looking good. Let me check online to make sure this is actually doable. This one is just not coming up at all. All right, let's see. We Google up Te Awaroa missions. There's no reference to this not being doable. All right, I'm assuming this is just a very finicky, you got to get the exact right spot kind of thing. But we'll figure it out. I'm kind of coming in wide. Come on, game. Seriously.
That's all of them.
Oh, it's over here by the tree. It wasn't anywhere near where the marker was.
Thing. You can take down the 1080 warning sign. Any animals that haven't already kicked the bucket should have metabolized it by now, so it's safe to hunt in the area again.
It's gonna karate chop here. Karate chop. Karate.
Hold on just a second. Are you seeing what I'm seeing on the ground there?
Nope.
These tracks aren't particularly old, eh?
Homo sapiens tracks, but a picture of a leopard.
Everyone, but it's not exactly an optimal time to go
Am
for
I
a stroll
tracking
in the
myself?
bush. 1 second, Josh is ringing. Feel
Maybe
like
I'm
checking
tracking
out with
her.
a lead?
Maybe I'm who put an arrow in her knee.
Right, sorry about that. Where are they taking you?
Woods. The most dangerous game. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think I lost it for a second there. Oh, yeah. Hard turn. Maybe I'm hunting Bigfoot. There's actually a map where that is the storyline. And I unfortunately already did it. So as we do this series, we'll probably have to reset that map somehow. Is there anything in the field? Nope.
Well, someone was clearly having a bad time of it. Munted, high, both.
Okay, good. I am still supposed to be tracking these. Kind of seems like they came around and then doubled back. No, I haven't been streaming long. I've only been streaming like a week or so.
What's that over there?
What is that over there? Is that a bow?
This looks like it's right out of Resplendent Sword. Surely they didn't.
What, they didn't hunt an animal while they're here in the hunting preserve? Oh. What's it want me to do? Okay. Oh, really, what does it want me to do? Inspect the longbow in a deer oh ho ho. Those bastards. I've only done that several times.
Oh, where? Poor
They
thing
shot
looks
that
like it's
deer
been
a
torn to
lot.
bits. Is that a handmade arrow?
I mean,
And to
those are
top
good
it all
shots,
off, there's
though.
heavy rain forecast. Perfect bloody timing. There's an outpost not far. Why don't you take shelter there and see if there's any more clues as to what we're dealing with here?
Okay. I appreciate that she doesn't want me in the rain. You know, munting and whatever we're doing here. Unrelated, I really do need to get this cat cam going for my stream. Because this adorable little cat is just sitting here, like, right next to me. And is worth way more views than I ever will be.
Just as I suspected. Our props burglar. And it looks like they've made a spectacular exit.
No thanks. Boom! I'm sorry, Frodo. Your mission has failed.
Must have left in a real hurry. Can you put the signs back up at least? Yeah. I think that's as good as you're going to get it looking. The stuff from the photograph. What's the appeal of this rubbish?
Ooh, someone had like an abortion on the floor here. That's no good. Take shelter and inspect the mess. Okay. I'm taking shelter. Maybe if I back up, okay, there's a quest marker of some sort. Do I have to inspect the mess? Nothing's happening. It amazes me that video games come out when it's like clearly, obviously, no one actually play tested it. Like seriously, like what am I supposed to do here? Inspect the mess. Okay, there's nothing that says I can inspect it. I can see the mess. All right, let's try taking shelter first. I don't know. Let's rest a full day. Nope, still can't inspect the mess. Do I have to tag something else out here that it doesn't want to tell me about? Like, gee, guys, where do we put the interactable object that allows you to inspect the mess? Should we put it on the blood-stained floor, or should we put it anywhere else? All right, let's do a hard target search here. I'm just gonna, I'm spamming the interact key here. All right, none of that worked. All right, I am gonna go to the old internet here and see if anyone else already knows the answer so that I don't keep you all waiting. All right, so we're gonna go to Te Awaroa missions, park missions. Yeah, okay, badly designed website. Does not actually talk about how to do it. Oh, that's not good. You have to examine the tire tracks on the road leading to the outpost. How is that even slightly? How is that even slightly the same thing? Okay. If this is to be believed, it suggests that I have to check the tire. Oh my God, you
Now we
do.
know where our pickup truck
Holy,
went.
that's
Glad to see
nowhere
the back
near
of it.
where it told you to check.
But look at me talking. You're so tough to death. Get inside and I'll fill you in on what Josh told me.
All right, game devs, this is an example of bad game design.
A literal bloody hack job.
A literal bloody hack job. Do I have to inspect the tracks again? What does it want? This is not a well done mission. Now it's pointing me in here. It wants me to inspect
Please
the
tell me
buckets.
that's not what I think it is. It is.
All right,
That's where
folks,
our
gonna
poor
take
little
a
dear
quick
ended
half-second
up. It must
bio
smell
break.
vile.
I'll be back in approximately a minute. All right, we are back. Let's see, what did we just do? We just inspected some tire tracks. We inspected this suspicious stain and this suspicious bucket. And now we're going back out into the rain. She told me to take shelter, and half of this requires me to go into the rain. Inspect the inside of the outpost. Or I'm just standing in the rain because I'm an idiot. It's one of the two. Ah, yes, someone has clearly slept here.
Someone's been making themselves at home.
She acts like they're
so I had
not
the
supposed to
nephew
be
track
here.
down that license plate number, and our props burglar is none other than a local menace by the name of Gad Barden. He's got a whole social media empire under the moniker of Giraroz Blessing. Blogs, HooTube, QuickMez, the works. With
HooTube.
exclusive behind-the-scenes shots from on-location movie sets. And guess what? He's resplendent sword mad. Got heaps of photos from all over the reserve up on here. His latest blog entry is quite something. Salutations, followers and friends, blah, blah. Have been out of contact, lost my way in the ever-shifting forests. Foul supper left me ill some nights. 1080 poisoning. He's lucky to be alive, the muppet.
Yeah, fucking muppet.
Let me send you the link. Usually get Josh to help me out with this.
She doesn't know how to send the link.
Check your hunter, mate.
Also, she doesn't know about that Wi-Fi. Don't forget to like and follow.
He just hallucinated that terrifying creature.
HeroesBlessing.com.
He certainly has an overactive imagination, I'll give him that. It's too far inland for a taniwha and not humanoid enough for a patupaere. Unless...
What the hell is she talking about?
Anyway, he's an absolute bloody idiot, but I'm glad he's alive.
Patufanafars?
This could have gone so much worse, and it's my own stupid fault for allowing them to film here. I just hate seeing the place disrespected. It's not just the bush, it's my home. I grew up a stone's throw from here. No one's around anymore, but you're welcome to swing by the old house once the filming's wrapped up if you're still in the area. I'll send someone by to clean this up later. Let's get back on track.
Alright, let's see what he actually has to say. Salutation, followers and friends. Welcome to the Josh Rogan Show.
I'm sure you've seen
my
plenty
sincere...
of fancy
Oh, she's
castles
not
on
done.
your travels, but I guarantee
Don't
you
interrupt
they're
me,
nothing
woman.
compared to where I'm taking you next.
Don't read into that.
We're going to do some hunting out by Stone Castle Valley. A limestone formation not far from here.
Alright, are you done? You done, lady? Alright. Salutations, followers and friends. My sincerest apologies for the recent delay between posts. I've been out of contact some days after I lost my way in the ever-shifting forest of Resplendia. Permit me to elaborate. I had assembled some spoils for Areola. Areola's village the previous day, and my hope was to deliver the tidings from the Battle of Stone Castle Valley the next, but my journey had wearied me, and I required repose. So I sat down in a humble shack far from the site of the great battle and sat to sleep. This guy's like the best writer. This is far from any modicum of civilization, human or otherwise. Alright, hobbits. Right. And my telephonic device was a useless trinket. The next morning, I lost interest in reading the thing, and then instead went back to the gameplay. Alright, where are we at? Oh man, 1.36 miles to the next spot. That guy was a little verbose for my taste. And there is not a lot of connector between these two. Do I take the sure route from the east? This one here. The Toho Hut. Tohu, great game. And then head west from there, or do I instead go to the... How the hell do you say that? Not gonna get demonetized for trying to pronounce that, but it's another hut. And then I'm gonna head northeast from there. I'm gonna go to the demonetization hut, and we will head northeast. Yeah, really. Hard G should just be eliminated from the language. No one ever believes it was unintentional. 800 yards. So as an aside to any other Americans, like when you're playing a game like this and you know you're in another country and you hear turkeys, does it just feel like there shouldn't be turkeys in other countries? Like, I mean, obviously I don't know turkeys, but like, isn't that an American bird? Obviously not. Whatever. Hope I ran out of good scent spray. There's no way this big, like, oh, there it is. I was gonna say there's no way there's nothing here. Just the one fucking deer? No way. Not buying it. There's more than one deer here. Okay, we got a female Sika. Yeah, who cares about that? Hunting is inherently sexist. The boys got all the good horns. That was a good call. Looks like there's some pigs wandering around. Some ducks. I think that deer that was over here earlier fucked off without me noticing. So I guess I'll go after whatever that good call was. It's more or less in the right direction. Oh, okay. Wait, is it level 4? Isn't a level 4 Sika a diamond potentially? I think a level 4 Sika is potentially a diamond. But I can't give him the rump bump and think I'm going to get full points either. Of course, this is when the cat would start bugging me. Yes, I did the high shot. I might not get full points because there's no vital there, but you know what? I wanted him down. I don't think 4 is actually a diamond with those guys. I think 5 is. So I think this might just be end up getting me a silver. But we'll see. That pig's kind of asking for it, though. Money's money. Oh, is the deer on the other side of the water? I hope that water isn't too deep. Wait, what are you? What are you? Sika 4. Take it. Alright, so a 4 is a gold, so that one in a shot's probably a gold too. Good shot. One lung. Get this pig. Oh, gold level bacon. Oh, right through all the bits. Yeah, got them all. And then the deer should be basically straight ahead. Get the dog to work. Dog, do things. Come on, man, this is not hard. I mean, it was a bang flop. The dog's just got to figure out the 10 yards or whatever. You did good, boy. We're gonna praise him. I think I like the axis deer better than the Sika deer. I like the smooth, swooping antlers more than the ultra branching stuff. Oh, it's a hell of a call. Where's she at? There's she at. She made a lot of noise for a little lady. She yells very loudly. You know, I'm not gonna loudly swear, but you know, come breed with me. Chirp, chirp. Wait a minute. Is she? No, she's no special color. No, I'm not gonna shoot you, lady. Run away. You and your buddies. Got the Golden Girls over here. Good luck, ladies. Back on track. We're heading up to the, looks like some more stones. Oh, oh. Don't drown. Reach Stonecastle Valley and inspect the letterbox. We got like mailboxes out in the boonies for this. Or out in the hooties? I think hooties was what she said earlier. When I see these numbers, I look at it and it's like 341 bottles of beer on the wall, etc., etc. Yeah, nice rocks. Ooh, another big ass troll. Big green screen. This is like the full-on prop area. I think Middle Earth might have been saved in this immediate area.
This is nature's work. 40 million years in the making. All of this used to be underwater, and now we're standing here today. Did I tell you I like rocks? I like rocks.
Best viewers on steamboo.com. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Hell, you put something in the chat. Why would anyone want to buy fake viewers anyway? Oh, wow, that is a lot of checkpoints. That's much more interesting than whenever stupid bot is running.
Take a look around and see if you can clean it up yourself.
How am I going to clean this up? Do you have like a dumpster? How you doing?
How many of these fellas did they take with them? When you can't fake it with props, fake it with technology.
She knows about green screen technology, but she's never heard of Wi-Fi. I'm not letting her live that one down.
Gonna be tough to move, even if they're not the real thing. They've really spread themselves out. I don't think you'll be able to do much here. I'll get a crew to swing by later.
From what I understand, when they actually do filming like this, they charge the production company ahead of time for disposal fees, and that way the production company doesn't have to give a shit. That said, like if they launched Call of the Wild Middle Earth and I could like hunt orcs and trolls, that I'd be down. Maybe just a DLC. It
Stone
doesn't need to
Castle
be
wasn't
big.
epic enough. That's a first.
It seems to be indicating I should be interacting with something right here. Maybe right next to the fire? No? Alright, what's the thing say? Follow the trail of movie props. I really cannot believe that anyone actually beta tested this because this all should have been resolved. Alright, if we're looking at a trail of props, okay, then it goes like this, and then like this. Or potentially in the reverse, so we'll check that in a second. But just in case it is going this way, I'm going to run it down.
Well, there's nothing down there but the old house.
Oh, it does go this way.
Certainly nothing worth filming.
Certainly nothing worth filming. There's some trash by the road. Do I have to go check out the trash?
Surely not. What are those tracks?
I don't see any tracks, but okay. Oh, that's a hell of a track. Okay.
These are from a bulldozer.
She's surprised that they used a bulldozer to set up props. Yeah, I know. I said I like axis deer. So okay, next one, maybe even if it's chronological order, we'll try to find axis deer. They just have this like second upper tine that's like this
You
long,
invite someone into your
smooth.
home and they do this to you.
It doesn't sound gay at all.
Just an obstacle to
Not
be
that there's
cleared to
anything
them.
wrong with that.
What a mess
Porn.
this has been. Oh, left the letterbox. How kind of them.
Why do you put a mailbox? Can you imagine like there's like a little mail cart that drives along here and it's like, oh, I gotta turn off on this 7th intersection in the middle of nowhere in the fucking like New Zealand version of the Outback so that I can find this mailbox and get my letter. All right, inspect the letterbox. I'm trying to. I think the dog might be fucking this up. Come here, dog. 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 I'm calling the dog and he's walking away from me. I'd like to inspect the letterbox, please. I don't think it's working. It's really sad, though, that they didn't take the time to make sure these things actually worked. Alright, let me go back to the internet and double check to see if I can figure out what it actually takes to successfully complete this. This must be like really early in the time of the of how it works. Alright, missions Te Awaroa. Read the letters, the next part. So apparently we have to get the letter. But what do we... what do we actually have to press? Okay, it says go back to the start of the road and inspect bulldozer tracks again if you can't get the letter to show up. Whoa, has this just been spinning the whole time? I am sorry for your nausea, ladies and gentlemen. So it says that you might actually have to hit tracks at the start of the road to activate the box, even though the box is the designated quest target. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, none of these are showing as activatable. I mean, these are all tracks, but if I have to activate like the tracks in order, we might be a ways off from this actually working. Yeah, that's not actually working. Yeah, give it a quick run back and see what we can do. But yeah, that's Game Dev 101, people. If you know where your quest marker is, make it so that that's where you can activate the quest. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. Avalanche. The problem too is I don't remember where exactly the bulldozer ran. So who knows exactly where the quest is? Now, the good thing about some game devs, like if this was a Bethesda title, you could just pop up your quest markers and console command yourself to wherever you needed to be. But with this one being like this, I'm going to spend about another 2 minutes on it and then call the stream for the night until I figure out exactly how to get past it. But to be fair, I was going to call the stream in about 10 minutes anyway. Yeah, there's no actionable items over here. Another quick check of the internet. You might have to scroll through the letter. I don't have the letter yet. Alright. At the start of the little road is the mailbox. There are tracks from heavy machinery you have to interact with to progress. Let's see. Everything I'm seeing says that you have to interact with tracks on the road before you can interact with the letterbox. But I can't seem to interact with the tracks on the road yet. I'm going to give it one last little shot over here and then end the stream in disgrace for the night. Take a nap, figure it out tomorrow, and then get started once we can actually get some progress. Oh yeah, that is definitely not interactable. Good job, Avalanche. Avalanche, seriously, y'all suck? Chat, seriously? Y'all rule. Alright, catch you later. We're going to pick this up tomorrow once I figure out how to actually get the quest moving. Until then, have a good night, good weekend.